He was laughed at his entire life. Laughed at for how he spoke. Laughed at for how he dreamed. Laughed at for believing he could become something more. But on one quiet morning, standing alone with nothing left to lose, he made a decision that would change everything. A decision that no one saw coming. A decision that would either destroy him completely or finally set him free. And the truth is, most people never find out which one it was. This is not a story about instant success. It's not about talent, luck, or overnight miracles. This is a story about endurance, about carrying invisible pain for years while the world keeps telling you to be patient, about reaching the moment where quitting feels safer than hoping. And most importantly, this is a story about the quiet, terrifying second when you realize that no one is coming to save you. What happens next is everything. The story begins in a small, forgettable town, the kind of place where dreams feel too big for the streets they're born on. Cracked sidewalks, faded buildings, people who stopped dreaming a long time ago. It's early morning. The sky is gray. The air smells like rain that hasn't fallen yet. His name is Eli. Eli is 19 years old. Quiet, observant, the kind of person who listens more than he speaks. At school, teachers called him potential. Friends called him weird. Strangers didn't notice him at all. At home, silence filled the rooms more than words ever did. Eli had dreams, big ones, but he learned early that dreaming out loud made people uncomfortable, so he stopped talking about them. Then, slowly, he stopped believing in them too. Eli had spent his entire life trying to fit into a world that didn't seem to want him. Every failure felt personal. Every rejection confirmed what he feared most. Maybe I'm just not meant for more. He applied for jobs, no replies. He shared ideas, people laughed. He worked hard, but nothing changed. And each night, lying awake in his room, he replayed every mistake he'd ever made. The voice in his head grew louder. You're behind. Everyone else is moving forward. You're wasting time. One afternoon, Eli overheard something he wasn't meant to hear. Two people from his class were laughing. Did you hear what Eli said he wants to do? Yeah, like that'll ever happen. They laughed harder. Eli didn't confront them. He didn't defend himself. He just walked away, like he always did. But this time, something broke. The obstacles weren't just external. They were inside him. Fear, self-doubt, the constant need for approval. Every time he tried to take a step forward, he imagined failure waiting for him. So he hesitated. And hesitation became habit. Days turned into months, months into years. And slowly, quietly, Eli started running from his own life. He stopped trying. He told himself he was being realistic, but deep down, he knew the truth. He was scared. Scared of failing, scared of being seen, scared of discovering that even if he tried his hardest, it still wouldn't be enough. And the scariest part? He was starting to feel numb. One night, while cleaning out an old drawer, Eli found a notebook. It was dusty, worn, almost forgotten. He opened it. Inside were dreams he had written years ago, goals, ideas, plans for a future he once believed in. His handwriting was messier, his words were hopeful, and for the first time in a long while, his chest tightened, because he realized a terrifying thing. The person he used to be would be disappointed in who he had become. As he turned the last page, he found a sentence written in bold. If no one believes in you, you still have to. Eli stared at it. That sentence haunted him, not because it was motivational, but because it was true. No one had ever truly stopped him. He stopped himself. That night, Eli made a decision. Not to succeed, not to win, not to prove anyone wrong, but to stop running. He decided that even if he failed, he would fail honestly. Even if it hurt, he would move forward. Even if no one noticed, he would show up. And for the first time, he felt afraid, but alive. Weeks passed. Eli worked quietly, relentlessly, alone. No applause, no validation, just effort. Then came the moment, the opportunity he had been working towards, the one chance he had imagined 1,000 times, and suddenly it was real. But fear came rushing back. His hands shook, his heart pounded, the voice returned. "You're not ready. You'll embarrass yourself. Just walk away." This was the moment that would define him. Eli stood there, seconds ticking by, knowing that if he walked away now, nothing would ever change. He closed his eyes, took a breath, and stepped forward. Not because he was confident, but because he was done letting fear decide his life. The outcome wasn't perfect. He stumbled, he made mistakes, he failed more than once, but something incredible happened. Each failure hurt less. Each attempt made him stronger. People began to notice not his success, but his consistency. And slowly, doors started to open, not because he was special, but because he refused to quit. Years later, Eli returned to that same town, same streets, same buildings, but he was different. Not because he made it, but because he believed in himself long enough to become someone new. And the laughter that once haunted him, it no longer mattered. If you're listening to this and you feel stuck, behind, invisible, understand this. You don't need permission to start. You don't need confidence to move forward. You don't need anyone's approval to chase what matters to you. All you need is the courage to stop running. Because the moment you do, everything changes. Not instantly, not easily, but permanently. And one day, you'll look back and realize the hardest step was the first one you were afraid to take. Tell me what topic you want next. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Share this video to support the channel.